Hello, everyone. I'm just going to do what I usually do and just spam the absolute hell out of this on my socials. So just give me a minute and we'll be able to talk about what's been happening on my front and just generally having a good old chit chat. So to start off with, I will make sure that I'm giving people the correct link. There we go. I'm live. I better put this on mute. Because I'm using my phone, I have to do it this way. I'm sure there's another way of doing it. I'm live. Come in and say hello. That one. We'll post that one there. Just hopefully won't be too much longer. Panzers, YouTube. And I'll also put it on YouTube. I'm not sure if anyone's actually going to see this in time. But for those that are watching this on catch up, I'll be doing live streams. I'm going to be trying to do live streams every Sunday now. So we'll see how that goes. And I haven't monetized the live stream, so hopefully you won't get any ad breaks. If you're watching this live, I think on catch up, you will get ads because I'll monetize that one. Sorry, I need to make some kind of money from you guys. It's all about the money. Get the violin out. All right. So do that one. I've spammed it enough. Actually, why am I? Oh, okay, I can leave a link to that one. That's fine. All right, cool. So I've spammed it. Let's have a look. I see we've had a few people come in. Adam's put hello. Hello, Adam. Thank you for joining us. Then we've got Alad. Hi, working on my Welsh Open Army basing. Fantastic stuff. When is the Welsh Open? Melissa Massimiliano. That's what I'm going to go with. Massimiliano. Hi, mate. G'day. Sorry, I always get your name wrong. I'm just terrible. I know. Adam says, what is your next video about? Flames of War Japanese. That's what we're going to be covering. It's now available for Patrons and YouTube channel members. It's literally just come up in the last couple of hours. I think Patreon has literally just come up, but YouTube has been up for a couple of hours. So if you want to check that out, then yeah, you have to be a member or you have to wait till next week. Frederick says, bonjour, bonjour. I think that's as far as my French goes. Bonjour. I think I can say my name is Christian, but we won't dabble with that because it would be embarrassing for all parties and probably offensive as well. So is anyone working on the new Flames of War Japanese? Because as I said, I'm covering it. I've got them here actually. They're a lovely little metal set. I mean, the lighting's probably terrible. There they are. I had to do some basic basing because my 3D prints, I just don't think I'm going to come in time. There's been a lot of people asking for it, so I just thought I better release the video. Alice says 21st and 22nd of June, Firestorm Games Cardiff. Rob Jones Valley Gaming is running it 100 points. Oh, Valley Gaming. I think I follow them on YouTube. I think I follow them on YouTube. I think it's got like the checkered logo, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Anyway, but that's cool. That's really good to know. 21st and 22nd of June for all of those in the UK, probably not Northern Ireland, unless you want to get the boat across. Yeah, if you want to get involved in the tournament, then definitely check that one out. That would be a good one, I'm sure. It'd be a lot of fun. And Alad, I already know from our communications, a top bloke. So go in and say hello to him as well if you're there. Adam TV, I am working at 172 Samurai. Oh, that is a different period, isn't it? That's a unusual one. But I see there's a lot of war game rules for that. So it's interesting. I'd like to maybe cover that one day, but I know nothing about it. That's pretty much everything I always say. That's pretty much what I always say, actually. Sorry. Frederick says, very nice. Your tutorial on German camos. Thanks. I really appreciate that one, Frederick. I really do appreciate it. Is it Mercy? Thank you for that one. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. I hope that the new 28mm Waffen SS, the P dot on the oak leaf tutorial was a bit better. I tried to actually show you the camo pattern on a piece of paper. There's probably a better way of doing it. But I thought that was probably the best way to try and show you how I paint the camouflage scheme. Patrick, hey, one of the Panzer races says, hello. Oh, another Panzer race. We've got Mike Taylor in here. Hello, hi, everyone. G'day, Mike. Thanks for joining. And then we've got Mikey Blake. Got all the Mikes are joining us. Hi, all. G'day, Mikey. Thanks for joining. We've got all the regulars in now. This is brilliant. It's good to see everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. I was watching a bit of the England versus Zimbabwe cricket. I know I'm very boring for those of you that don't watch cricket, and it looked like a lovely time in the UK. So hopefully, you've still got some nice weather there. Your French is so perfect. Why do I get the feeling that might not be 100% true, your comment? But I do appreciate it. Thank you, Frederick. As I said, I won't try and do too many more. I failed French miserably when I was in the UK, and then it was something we never picked up on when I moved to Australia. Mike Taylor says it's blowing a gale here. Lol. Okay, that's pretty much standard, right? Massimiliano says, my early World War II German infantry almost at the end, most probably post later evening Italian time. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see that one. Obviously, being an Italian, do you have any recommendations for Italian uniforms? Because I hate, with a passion, my Italian painting tutorial. I don't know why I picked that blue uniform. I think I was going off Warlord Games website for it because I liked the color at the time, but now I really, really hate it and I want to change it. I might even take down that video once I've done this new one because yeah, it's not good. I think I offended most of Italy with that guide. So yeah, I have to think about that one, but I'm not a big fan of it. I believe their uniform's a bit more field grey in terms of their colour. But yeah, interested to know. Mikey Blake says, I got sunburnt yesterday at a reenactment show and it was heavily cloudy and threatened to rain all day. Yeah, I've had a very similar thing. I was playing cricket and it was overcast. It was like really grey one day. This was over here in Perth. And yeah, I got sunburnt to buggery and it was super, super windy. And one of the Aussies said, oh yeah, that's windburn, mate. And I was like, okay, so that's my thing now. I can get burnt whatever weather. It's our English skin, unfortunately. It's crisps up very nicely. Oh dear. Yeah, so we've got a few of you in the live chat. Mike says, hey, you're right there. Yeah, it's we just suffer terribly. Although I swear since I've left the UK, you guys are getting way better weather in terms of the heat and stuff. Although I am going back almost 20 years now, so I should probably stop talking as if it was yesterday. I was 14 when I left. I'm 33, so yeah, it's been a long while. I'm more Aussie than I am English, which is wow, that's just crazy. John Shepherd, I'm from the UK. I was throwing it down in. It was thrown down in buckets on Friday night, early hours, Saturday morning, then red hot Saturday. So humidity was extremely high. Oh yeah, I hate humid weather. I remember those humid days, and yeah, we're quite fortunate in Western Australia. We don't have too much humidity. Too much humidity here. It's a dry heat. Any Mike Taylor says any more tank tutorials in the pipeline? God, I'm really getting my words mixed up today. Sorry, I'm gonna blame the lack of sleep, but I actually slept pretty well yesterday. But let's just edit that bit out. Tank tutorials. I've got a hybrid Firefly that I want to do in 172 scale. Will it be anytime soon? Probably not, because it's one of those kits you have to make up each individual part in each individual road wheel, all of that stuff. So it takes a lot of time. I will be getting a Flames of War British tank out soon, I believe. I've got a 20 mil SAS Jeep. I've also got a 20 mil. Uh, this is going to offend Germans, but I'm going to just say Grilla K or Grill K. They're like self-propelled gun. No 28 mil vehicles, unfortunately. I should probably hit up Warlord, see if they can send me out a couple of sprues, maybe. But I don't have any 28 mil vehicles on the front because people want uniforms. They love their uniforms. I've asked this question many times on my socials. What do people want to see? And it's always uniforms. So yeah, there's a lot of good tank people out there as well. A lot of good uniform people out there, but I'll try and do some more tanks because I like doing them as well, especially the smaller stuff. I need to do some Japanese tanks. Oh, I do have my Flames of War British 14th Army tanks coming out. I've already got a tutorial on those, but I've got a new one where I changed the recipe slightly, made the tanks a lot brighter and a lot more worn. Sorry, that was the longest reply to a question. But has anyone got their Chain of Command 2 rule books yet? Because I believe mine is on its way, so I can't wait to get that. I know one of my members linked a photo on Discord showing, oh, I've got the book, and it was great to see you referenced in there on the first page. It was like, yes, get in. We're in there. Mike Taylor, yeah, I get that. How about artillery? Bit of both, uniform and a gun. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done artillery on this channel. That's probably a good point. I've never really thought of it in that regard, but the principle is exactly the same for a gun as it is with a vehicle. So yeah, perhaps I'll do that. I have got a lot of British, so I've got, again, 20 mil, no 28 mil stuff, sorry guys. So I've got 20 mil Locust. I need to just fix up the road wheel. So that's for the British operation in Varsity. We've got a cut down 30 British tow for, again, the British Airborne. And oops, I think I've just broke something on that. Bloody hell. And then we've got a 17 pounder in metal, 20 mil, a 20 mil 6 pounder. And guess what? We've got a 20 mil Polston AA gun, which I need to paint up. Oh, and a 75 mil pack howitzer. So I could probably do something on that. British Airborne again, which I know, Mike, you would absolutely love to see. John Shepherd said, I had a few of the rapid fire ready to roll 20 mil resin tanks years ago. Now I haven't got a second edition Chain of Command yet. How did you find the resin tanks? I've had very hit and miss resin tanks. So it's put me a bit up. I always go a bit on edge. I'm like, oh, do I want to commit? Don't I want to commit? So I'd be interested to know if you rate any in particular. Mr. Mustache, what a bloody good name. A few of us Canadians received it early since a large postal strike just kicked off. I did see that. I did see that was going to happen. You guys are always having problems with your postal service. But I'm glad you got it early. And I hope you enjoy it because it looks like a fantastic book. I'm definitely leaning towards more of Chain of Command and Battle Group at the moment, which is hard to say because I do like Battle Group. So I'm going to see what the difference is between the two. Maybe I'll just play both. Who knows? And Flames of War. Mikey's put, mine's coming next week. I bought the big boy bundle. Oh, that includes all the tokens and stuff, right? I believe, oh no, Battlefield Accessories do Battle Group. Do they do Chain of Command? You might be able to answer that one, Mikey. Let me know. Mike Taylor, scale doesn't matter so much. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. 28 mil is better for filming because I don't have to zoom in. I don't really have to edit my footage to zoom it right in. It normally focuses a lot better. I don't have a macro camera. I only have the G7X Mark III because in my infinite wisdom, I thought it would be great to get a vlogging camera, which is all right, except for the fact it doesn't have a very good field for its focusing. and the zoom capability on it isn't fantastic. So next time I'm going to get a DSLR camera, which with a better focus range. I also bought this because it says you can live stream straight from the camera without having to hook up any wires. And that statement is absolute bollocks because it doesn't work. I've read on Reddit that a lot of other people said if you've got the wrong firmware, it won't work and you can't revert to the older firmware. So, Canon, you've sold me down the river on that one. So, I'm not happy, but I'm using my phone instead. That's my bitch for the day. Sorry, guys. Alan says Chain of Command 2 is great and really good quality. Rich posted mine out last week after a few issues meant I could not make parts to collect it as planned. Ah, that's great. Rich is such a great bloke, isn't he? He's just such a good bloke. And that's a bummer you couldn't make Partisan, but yeah, it's great that you got your book. Ryan Scale Model World says, hello, good day, mate. How's it going? Mikey says, I'm becoming so much more tempted by 20mm. If you go the 20mm route, I will guarantee you, if you get AB figures, you will not regret it. Get yourself just a little pack of 10 figures, 20 figures, whatever you want to do. Get a pack and you will be converted. Not converted, maybe, but you'll definitely love the detail on them. They're just superb. Patrick, so I paint more Japs and I had finished the first platoon in 3 days. Whoa, that's quick. That's quick painting at your speed, mate. John Shepherd, what I had were good. I had both ready to roll on the Old Britannia Miniatures 20mm resin vehicles. Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. I'll keep an eye out for those. I did see my wife's comment. She's in the chat. So thanks for joining us, babe. She did buy me the camera, so I've got to be very careful what I'm saying. She's listening. Okay, I see what's happened there. John Shepherd's put, it's the first year this year I have missed Partisan for years. You guys get all the good game shows. I mean, we get nothing over here. I mean, we do get it over East, but that means you have to fly 5 hours. That's just not going to happen. I prefer my Battlefield accessories chain commands talking to the new TFL ones and we'll stick to using them. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Battlefield accessories do some great stuff. I need to get more of their ready to roll terrain assembled and made up to look a little bit more realistic, not so MDF-y. I'm going to have to convince my wife to get me a better camera if she's still on this chat. Mikey Blake, next time Eureka have a sale, I'm on it. Yeah, I don't think Eureka will be having a sale anytime soon. I spoke with Tony, seeing if we could get an exclusive one for the channel, and he said the cost of metal's actually gone up, so he's very reluctant to do a sale. So yeah, they're not cheap. They're not expensive either, though. I think they're really well priced. So if you've got a spare, I know that I'm not sure what it is in England, but if you've got a spare like 10 quid, just throw it on a pack of a platoon of something, and you can get 10 figures in a pack, and it'll be worth it if you've got the money, obviously. Why am I getting this wrong? I'm just gonna say Mass. Talking about rules, usually I play with friends, Hex encounters. Want to get some test miniature games. Any suggestions for newbies? Talking about rules, usually I play with friends, Hex encounters. Want to test some miniature game. Oh, some miniature games. Any suggestion for newbies? It really depends what you want to play, right? Do you want to play World War II? Do you want to play modern? Do you want to play medieval? If you want to play World War II, do you want to go for newbies? You probably want to go for games like bolt action, because I think that's relatively easy to learn, whereas like battle group might be a little bit more tricky. I'm not so sure with Chain of Command because I haven't played it. But then you've got, like, if you want to go smaller scale, you've got Flames of War. That's really pretty easy to catch on to. You can work it out pretty easily. Yeah, so it's really up to you what you want to play. Round Scale Model Worlds asking Patrick a question. Paulo, do you get hobby burnout? And if so, how do you get around it? That's a great question. I do get hobby burnout a lot. And the way I get around is by just starting a new project. So I've got many projects that are scattered around my display cabinet. my cupboard that you can see over there. I've got a whole bloody wardrobe full of stuff here that's somewhat painted, somewhat not. And that's how I get around it. You've got to start something new, keep you interested. You will find that you might not get hobby burnout as well. Like, I'm going nuts with my AB figures 20mm British Airborne at the moment, and I haven't lost the urge to do it. And I always do, right? I'll paint about 10 and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. I'll obsess over it for a time and then it's gone, and then I won't pick it up again for like a year. These British Airborne, I'm just continuously haven't stopped, and I'm up to like almost 40 of them painted now. I just need to base a lot. They're in the corner over here. So yeah, that's how I get around it. Just do something different. And by different, I don't mean go, oh, I'm painting a 20mm British soldier. Now I'm going to paint a 28mm British soldier. That's just not going to cut it. Do something like different and challenging, like a Waffen SS uniform, or instead of doing British infantry, do British paratroopers. Do something completely different, different uniforms, different types of camo, and you get into it, you do your research, and then you start painting. A very long-winded reply, sorry. Mikey says, Battlefield accessories are... Yep, I completely agree. Grubby tanks sell the old Britannia miniatures line nowadays. Grubby. Yeah. I can never get through to that guy. I've sent that guy so many emails. There's stuff I really wanted, and he just would not reply to my emails. I sent him like, I think it's 6 or 7 emails in the end over the course of a year. I've heard people saying that they're really struggling to get refunds or get their miniatures sent to them. And then I hear that he's such a great bloke, and he's really nice at shows and stuff like that. So it's just a bummer because he's got the SHQ range as well, which I really want to get some miniatures from. But I've just given up. I'm just so over trying to chase him to get it. I actually bought some SHQ miniatures from a secondhand retailer in the UK. Is it Captain something or another? Yeah, that's how I got my SHQ miniatures, my fix. I wanted some British Airborne Jeeps to complement my AB figures and my Willys Jeep. Sorry, my Airfix Willys Jeep. Run scale model world. I need to buy some Tamiya putty so I can make sandbags. Yeah, that's a great idea. You don't need Tamiya though. You can just get green stuff, right? Just any green stuff. I think I get green stuff from Green Stuff World. But maybe the Tamiya putty is a little bit better. The Tamiya snow is bloody awesome. Very, very expensive, but awesome. Thomas Chase, for skirmish squad vs squad, Operation Squad Evolution OSE, for platoon skirmish, chain of command 2 or bolt action 3. I think chain of command 2 is best. Oh, that's interesting. No battle group in that one, Tom. So Massimiliano says, thanks, Thomas. Oh, I got your name right again. Round scale model world. Any new released in bolt action? I believe there's some... They tease like the British new infantry. I will be painting Russians, but they're the old sculpts of Russians that we're going to be looking at on the channel. I mean, they're still fine. They're plastic, but they're just old. Thomas Chase, you're welcome. Okay, he's replying to somebody. Lack of foresight. Oh, we've got another Panzer Ace on, guys. Damn, I forgot. Sorry, I missed the start. That's all right, mate. You don't have to apologise. Thomas says he gets SHQ on eBay. Yes, that seems to be the place to get it at the moment. It just sucks, right? If he's got the whole range, you want to go straight and get straight to source, and you can get what you want. You don't have to keep hunting for it. But yeah, it is what it is. Mikey Blake says, just popped onto the website here. It's averaging £16 to £18 a pack of infantry. Still extremely tempting. Okay, yeah, that's probably a little bit more expensive. I think for us it's like 25 Australian dollars. So that probably equates to about 12 or 13 pounds. For metal figures and for the quality, like seriously, the quality is definitely worth it. But yeah, you decide. I'm not trying to push it. I'm not going to make anything because you're buying from them. It's just, yeah, I would really recommend it. Thomas Chase, I only play skirmish games that are 1-to-1. Every man matters. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I get that. Frederick says, well, I'm leaving the chat. It's Mother's Day in France. I'm looking forward to your next videos. Best wishes to you all. I would a lovely farewell, mate. Happy Mother's Day to your mother as well as anyone else. Anyone else's mother in France. And I believe it's au revoir. That's terrible, isn't it? But yes, see you, mate. Round scale model, the box of Russians had like 40 in bolt action. Oh, really? They had that many? I just got the sprue from, I think I was sent a KV-1 or a T-34 for Arctung Panzer, and I had a sprue of Russians in it. So I thought, sweet, I'm just going to paint some of those up for the channel at some point. Like a Foresight says, was up till 0 to 100 playing a game at my friend Joe's and slept in for once. Good work. Looking forward to watching your Japanese painting tutorial. And now I need a coffee. Be right back. Thanks, mate. Yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's definitely not going to be as quick as what you're painting your Japanese infantry at, but hopefully you'll get a few tips out of it, which would be good. Josh said, I lost some of the old 28mm Britannia from Grubby not that long ago, and I got them pretty quick. I've never emailed him, so not had that problem. I think I've heard mixed things. Like if you're in the UK, it's not too bad. But if you're outside the UK, it can be bad. I don't know. Maybe I'll try them again. Maybe. But there's been a few things even on Facebook, people saying they're struggling to get through to them. I've had mates in Australia reaching out to him as well, see if we could do a bulk order. He's just never replied to it. Yeah, it's just a shame. Michael says, evening all, a bit late to the party tonight. No, you're only 20 minutes late, mate. That's all right. It's not late at all. Thomas Chase has put, do you paint terrain tutorials in the future? I don't often. One, because I don't have the time, and two, I'm not confident with it. I'm really, really not confident with it. I feel like I'm terrible at terrain. I don't have the like artistic edge for it. But I am tempted to do it, especially because I'm aiming to, at the end of this year, have games going for Battle Group. Well, it'll be Chain of Command, hopefully, for Arnhem. So I do want to get some Dutch buildings and stuff. So perhaps we'll start seeing some terrain on the channel. I'm just not confident with it. I feel like whenever I put like scattered terrain down and grass and stuff, it always just looks so wrong. So yeah, I might have to do some research first. John's put, I usually buy from Grubby at shows. Yeah, and that's where I've heard he's the best, and he's really nice. Jeffrey's put, Grubby's retiring in October 2026. I've dealt with him at a few shows here. He carries his second-hand range at shows. Okay, yeah, so that's what I mean. So at the shows, apparently he's really great. You can go up and speak to him and stuff. Maybe he's just inundated and just over, going through a million emails. I don't know. But yeah, perhaps I'll try him again. I'm definitely not bagging the guy out because all I've ever heard is he's a really friendly guy, really approachable and stuff. He just doesn't reply to my bloody emails, and I want to buy some of your stuff, man. Like, I'm not asking for it for free. I just want to buy your stuff so I can put it on the channel in my own way. Maybe he doesn't like the channel. I don't know. I don't think I'll sign off as painting Panzers in my emails, but perhaps I do. Some of the stuff Grubby has that shows is amazing, like really random stuff. He's got some great, even like the SHQ range, has got some really unique figures in there. That's what I want to get. Like, just, yeah. I wish things were just easier. Thomas says 3D printed terrain is best in my honest opinion. Yeah, I have seen some really good 3D printed terrain, but I'm really tempted by the, is it Sarissa product or Precision MDF Dutch buildings. They do look very, very good. Like a force, I said, speed is a choice, low, and generally speaking, speed and quality of work don't tend to blend well. I think you do a pretty good job. You're just like me, you're very good at hiding our errors. But I've got to get another 4 infantry platoon soon for a naval company, so I'm sure there'll be some good stuff in your video, mate. Well, mine aren't naval. They're Japanese army. Specifically, like 42 to 43. The Japanese were using the khaki uniforms, the RJA, but the RJN were using the green, the olive green, and then moving to um, and then the IJA moved to the green, the jungle green, when they realized that khaki probably stood out a bit too much in the forests and jungles of the Pacific. Alice put, Chris, I could try ordering the items that you want and send them to you as could be he sent it to UK but issues with overseas orders. Yeah, that would be an amazing thing, mate. I really would appreciate that. I need to look at what I actually want because I'm not sure if I was too keen on the actual grubby range as such because it doesn't go with what I've got. But the SHQ range might mix well with my AB figures. But I'll definitely hit you up, mate. It's a really nice offer. Thank you. And actually, I've got some family going to the UK next week, so perhaps if I could get in contact with the guy, even get them to bring it back. But I might hit you up on that. I really want to get. I tell you what, I really want to get is some of the. Is it Panzer Stahl? Panzer STAHL diecast tanks. They look awesome in 20 mil. Like they've got some hetzers and they're so cheap. And some of the websites are like €5 and they're like better than the Dragon diecast tanks. So I'm like, I'd love to get some of those, weather them up a bit, and see if they come out as nicely as they look in their pictures. They've got some like hetzers, some Panzer Frees. I think they had a Wirbelwind at one point. But we just can't get them in Australia. Just cannot get them at all. That was completely random as well. Sorry. John Shepherd. I picked up the Sarissa Precision Pegasus Bridge at a show. Need to get it built and painted. That does look like an awesome, awesome set. Are you going to add the river? Are you going to add the? You've got to add the river, right? I mean, when I mean add it, are you going to put a resin river in, or are you just going to like use a terrain piece underneath? I think you've got to add in the river. You got to have a nice resin put the bridge on a resin or on its own base with a nice resin bridge river going across underneath the bridge. Bloody hell. I was always skeptical of 3D print buildings, but now full convert because of Sabotage 3D and a few others. I just don't have a 3D printer. Are you guys getting third parties to print them? Lack of foresight fair. I'll probably still paint them car because I love the look, but good to know. I thought the SNLF had issued the car key. But at the moment, I need to get some more late war Soviet stuff first. I've got another new silly project planned for August and on. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that. I like the little tease, but you're not going to tell us too much. That's good. As my understanding is that SNLF had the green uniforms throughout the whole of the war, and the IGA had the khaki, and then they moved to the green. I could be completely wrong. That is just my understanding of it. Again, who really cares? You know, for Flames of War, I don't think anyone really cares, but some people might. I don't know. Are you really going to care at 15 mil? Probably not. Thomas has put Patrick Miniatures on eBay. He has a good Dutch 3D printing Dutch buildings. Also, Sabotage 3D in the UK. Sabotage did Arden buildings for Richard and Nick. Oh, really? Interesting. Perhaps I will go with some 3D printed stuff. I think I like the. Actually, am I getting this right? I was going to say most 3D prints don't have windows. They're just like one piece and you just paint like glass on. But I think I'm wrong, right? I think some of them have just like the frame but no windows in them, which is what you want, right? John Shepherd, yeah, I think I'm Deford going, oh, see, definitely not. So he's corrected himself. That's not me getting it wrong. Going with a river. Was thinking about making the river with pouring resin. Yeah, that's a really good idea. I've also seen people. There's a really old footage video on YouTube. I think of a German guy, and he uses tissue paper and gloss varnish, and it looks amazing. I'm half tempted to get an LCVP from Flames of War and base it with that same technique. I think it would look bloody awesome. But that might be something worth looking at because he just used toilet paper or tissue paper with PVA glue, got his brush and just bashed it all down into like a wave pattern, and then painted it like a dark blue, dry brush to light blue, gloss varnish, and then put a bit of white on where the ripples are, and it looked bloody awesome. Mike has put, I'll drop a pack of buildings on the Discord. Paul of Subtitles 3D prints everything for me. Okay, and does the prints come out with those little fine lines, or are they easy enough that when you put a cover over it, you don't see like a primer or a base coat? Yeah, I've bought a few Patrick minis. Okay, so you guys recommend Patrick's 3D prints. That's good to know. Oh, Harry of Fog of War. For those that are watching on Catch-Up or in the channel, if you don't know Fog of War, mainly Flames of War channel, definitely go check it out. He's more of a historian than I am, that's for sure. He gets his facts right as well, unlike me. So yeah, go check out Fog of War. Great YouTube channel. It's great that he's joined us. Thanks for that, Harry. And he has just ordered some of the Type 95 Hard Go and the Type 97 Chi Hard box sets. Looking forward to getting them. And we're looking forward to painting them. I'm really looking forward to that one. And if I'm correct, at the time, Harry did show us some photos, and he got those Type 97s a lot cheaper than he did the Type 95s, which was very interesting because you get more Type 97s than you do Type 95s in a box set, which again is very interesting. He's also put gloss varnish can do great water. I use it for wells and pools in D&D. Yeah, everyone raves about the gloss varnish. It would have put. Lack of Foresight says, "Oh, Fog of War, hell yeah!" So Fog of War's in the channel. Mike has put, he prints in resin now and 0 lines. Oh my god, that's the only thing that's put me off 3D prints is those bloody pesky little lines. Because I think I did the. What was that French APC, like French, wasn't an APC. But anyway, that was 3D print from Plastic Soldier Company, and you can just make out the little lines on some of those flat surfaces. And yeah, I'm always just like, I wish those lines could go, and I don't want to sand it down because I got the old shaky hand sometimes, and it probably have a nice uneven surface. Lack of Phosphor is also better at facts than me, makes my videos look like a rank amateur. Yeah. Well, I think if he makes you look like a rank amateur, then God knows what he makes me look like, because I just throw a lot of facts out there without having them fact checked by the likes of Facebook and YouTube and such. So yeah, don't listen to anything. I try not to say it's factual. I always try and follow up with I believe that's correct, because 9 times out of 10 it's actually incorrect. Mike has put a couple of pics on the Discord now. He prints them with windows filled or open, which is great. Yeah, I much prefer open, I think. You could also just put like a clear plastic film over it if you really wanted to have a window effect. But I think I like barrels sticking out. I mean, more times than not in a combat environment, I'm assuming the glass windows are probably going to be smashed. But I will check them out, Mikey. Thank you. I won't go on Discord yet because it's a bit rude if I'm scrolling the old Discord here, but I will definitely look once we've finished here. Thomas Chase, most 3D prints have window frame with openings. Some just have a print of the windows with no openings. Yeah, Sabotage and Patrick will send the print. I'm really looking forward to seeing these prints. You guys really rave about them. Colin, hello, finally get to join in for a chat. Thank you for joining us, Colin. For 3D print terrain, all the windows are open. Even with an FDM, I can print window frames. To get rid of lines, use PVA glue mixed with water and give it a nice wash. Oh, I'm talking about those thick lines. I don't think I've got a 3D printed vehicle here. This was from a company on eBay. It's a little bit too small. It's meant to be 20 mil, but it's a bit on the smaller side. So I've asked him if he can increase it. But yeah, this has come out really good. I was super impressed with this 3D print, but it's good to know. So okay, technology's moved on slightly since since I've created my judgment on it, obviously. Thomas Chase, for print lines, you can use filler primer or give the print a coating of varnish before priming. See, God, you guys are all wizards with this sort of stuff. I have no bloody idea. A technique for painting the yellow strips on Japanese tanks is to paint beige or sand over the darker camo colors, then painting the yellow over that. Otherwise, there's not enough pigment density. What do you think about that technique? 100%, mate. 100%. even when I paint whites, you'll see in my videos, I always say, like, with Vallejo, I go deck tan because it's like a grey colour. And then I go over it with white, and the white just takes to it perfectly. You only need one coat of white straight over the top of it, and it's fine. When I paint metallic colors, I'll always go with a similar looking color. So like a beige, if I'm doing gold or bronze, I'll put the beige down and then I'll put gold over the top of it. Um, that's that's perfect. You don't have to put multiple coats down of that. Sterling Hall, yo, made it here this time. Thanks for joining, mate. Glad you're here. Get stuck in with the questions. Harry Leaf, my resin 3D prints don't usually have visible lines if you get the print angle right. Yeah, bloody you wizards. There was a very small period of time where I was this close to getting a 3D printer. I just didn't commit. I just don't have the time. I would love to. I just don't have the time. I just have to pay somebody to do it. But I know a lot of the companies here in Perth, they're like 12-week wait times and stuff. FDM prints can have major lines. Resin has nearly 0 lines. Okay, that's good to know. Sterling Hall says you guys have techniques? Question mark. Yeah, not many of us. We just make it up as we go. Okay, like a foresight's replying to Harry there. Harry's put, you print the model at an angle, then test print. If you get lines, change the print angle in the slicer. God, this is all going over my head, guys. This is all wizard chat. I don't know any of this sort of stuff. I just buy it and then judge when I'm like, oh, this bloody print's got lines on it. I can't use this. This is crazy. Lack of Foresight says, oh, Chris, Canadians, when? With a laughy face. Very soon, actually. I did a big order from AB Figures. It's almost $300. So don't tell the wife. Hopefully she's not watching now. $300, and a pack of those were British infantry in their like brown jerkins for winter, and I'll be painting them up in Canadian uniforms. But bear with me, only painting tutorials come out once a week, so it'll be a few weeks away yet, probably more like a month, but it will be coming. John Shepard, I found some 140k army lists for Chain of Command, so I think I'll have a go at 40k Chain of Command games sometime. That sounds very, very interesting, and I hope to see you back on this live stream at some point telling us all how that went, because that will be a very interesting game. I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'm very curious. Thomas has put, running a 3D printer is a whole other hobby or profession. Yeah, that was my worry. I know people are going to be like, no, it's easy. You just, put in what you want, remove a few posts, and bosh, you just leave it for 4 hours. I just don't have the time, honestly, with the editing, social media. There's a lot I wish I could do. 3D printing is one of them. I wish I could airbrush more. I don't have the time for airbrushing. Hence why we don't see many vehicles. And yeah, a lot of people got to remember this isn't my full-time job, right? This is just something I do for fun, and it helps pay a little bit towards the channel and the bills. But yeah, I'd love to do it. I mean, I'm neglecting stuff. My Painting Panzers supporters page on Facebook, I'm very rarely on there now because I just get wrapped up in my Discord and everything else. So yeah, I need to start dividing out my time a little bit better. Sorry, tell her what, says like a foresight. Yeah, I know. Shh, mum's a word. Michael Lee Sport, there's a very good 3D shop down in Dog Swamp. Dog Swamp? Where the hell is that? Harry Lee Sport, it took about 6 goes to get the angle right on my BMPK artillery obs turret without lines. Okay, so it is very much a trial and error sort of thing. Thomas put, that was my most difficult army to collect, winter British. Have you got it in 20 mil? Job said, what about COC with Warhammer rules? So, sorry, that's a question to John from Sterling. Lack of foresight. Sorry, but oh yeah, the time investment of running a successful channel alongside being a parent and working full time, barely have any time for other hobbies, let alone my own printing. You almost need a team to help you with the socials and such. Yeah, I know. I've tried to get a few admins for my Painting Panzers supporters group, but no one really wants to do it. If anyone in the channel wants to do it, that'd be great. I just want the engagement, right? It's just very boring. People just posting the odd picture here and there. Um, and that's not boring, obviously, but there's nothing from me. I'm not going like, let's see this, let's do this day, and blah, 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 to try and get you guys engaged. So yeah, perhaps I have to start thinking of what to do. Uh, but the channel's only growing. Like I remember when there was a point on the channel where like I was getting like one comment a day. Um, Now I'm getting like quite a lot of comments on this one on Instagram, Facebook. So you just and I try and reply to everyone. I try my best to reply to everyone, but I can see why channels get to the point where they're like, I just can't reply to everyone, and you don't want to offend anyone, but it just gets to that point. But I haven't got to that point yet. I'm still replying to everyone as best I can. 3D painting goes over my head too. I usually send Sabotage 3D a message and Paul send me the design back the same day. He's a machine love. That's great. What a bloody top bloke. I'm going to have to reach out to Paul and see, one, if he does anything with Australia, or two, if he has a retailer in Australia, if he can help me out. Because I want to get some like Oosterbeek buildings. I don't want Arnhem as such. I don't want this tall, like 4 or 5 story apartment blocks. I want like those nice Dutch cottages, different types of Dutch buildings with a nice back garden and maybe a shed here or whatever. Yeah. Actually, am I talking about what house I want now in terms of real life or my Dutch building? So Fat Man's Kitchen, what a cool name. Bound to paint some predators today, planning on using a soldering iron for shelling damage. Soldering irons are great, even for melting plastic back together. It there is a knack to it, obviously. But yeah, very interested to know how you go with that. Good luck. Like I was like, well, I'm making an effort to up my own engagement. So if you need someone, shoot me a DM. Definitely, I might take you up on that. I won't just yet because I know how busy you are. You are a crazily busy man, but hopefully, um, we'll have a supporter reach out and say, "Oh, I'll do it." If not, I might have to lean on you, mate. I don't want to give you too much work though. John Shepsport, I have 2 3D printers of resin and a filament one. Never used any of them yet. I'm looking to set up a spare room with a dedicated printing and painting room. That's a great idea. If you've got the time, try and sell some of it, right? Because there's some good money in it by the looks of things. Like a force I have more time than you. I doubt that for a second. I've seen some of your bloody armies just smashing out. There is no way you have time on your hands with your normal life, your military service, and your channel. Sorry, just needed a bit of water there. Right, let's carry on. So, John Shepspot, I love Empress miniatures. I have a load of the modern range in 20mm. Yes, so do I. Haven't painted them yet, obviously. I've got some of the like SAS and the night vision goggles on. I've got some Cold War SAS. Kids tell I love the SAS. What else have I got of Empress in modern? There's a few other things. Oh, actually, I've still got to do the Bush Wars series. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Was anyone interested in that Bush Wars series? I don't think it did as well as I was hoping it would do, but I do have the African insurgents film actually filmed, I think. Oh, I completely forgot about that series. Whoosh, straight over the top of me. Talking about modern, that was. Oosterbeek is what he's best at. Wait till you see the Discord and his website. Oh my god, I'm pumped. I can't wait to see this, mate. You're really selling it. Michael Lee, people are time poor in this day and age. Yeah, for sure. We're just running out of time. And it's also, I'm not complaining because I'm very fortunate. I get some time to do it at work in terms of like my socials and that. And you don't want to miss out on seeing your kids growing up or like spend time with your wife or your significant. Sorry, we just lost the connection there. So we get to a stage with the YouTube for me where I've started to hit the point where I'm actually making a bit of revenue on the YouTube. I mean, I'm not going to be driving around in a Lamborghini anytime soon, but I'm making a little bit of money on here where it's actually becoming beneficial for me to keep doing it. So now it's starting to take more of a let's keep the YouTube going, see if we can get the rhythm going and a nice flow going. Um, but then with that, you start running out of time for other things. So like, I have to start prioritizing. What do people want? They want to see uniforms. Okay, that suits me down to the ground. I don't have to airbrush all the time. They want to just see uniforms. Um, so yeah, you have to be really time conscious, which is super difficult. I just make the most of when baby's gone to bed and Mrs. Panzers is just happy to mellow out. Then I just come running in here quickly and do my things I need to do. God, I'm running out of space there. I was chatting for too long. All right, and I'm still chatting, so shut up. How do you leave? So Fog of War, I should make some more videos. I remember when I had a YouTube channel, mate. Your channel was also, you got that bloody like viral video as well. Yeah, you need to get that channel going, mate. Come on, keep posting on it. People need to see it. Lack of Foresight's replied to Michael. Lack of Foresight, so I'm getting better. Thomas Chase, I would love to see how you do Dark Flesh. Yeah, I think that is what I filmed actually. So dark skin tones are definitely something that I will do. I've got a nice guy with an AK-47. Probably wasn't a nice guy, but we've got a guy with an AK-47 that we'll do a African skin tone for. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get that out soon, actually, if I've already got it filmed, especially. And he does it for 20 mil, so win-win. You're really selling it for me. You're reversing what I was doing to you. So I'm selling you the AB, and you're selling me these 3D prints. Although you're not having to sell it too hard to me. I think you've probably sold me on it. A ton of. How do you? I don't know how you actually pronounce that. Zavada stuff, including the Havoc Heli, arrived while I was in Singapore. Might do those. Did you ever actually get to Blitz, or were they closed? I know you sent a photo of them closed. Did you go another day, or were you just like, no, that's it, I've tried, not going again? Because I know you have to get the train to get there. I've never been, but I contemplated going when I was in Singapore. Mikey, also, don't get paid to promote him. He's just a great bloke and deserves the best. No, definitely reach out to him. See what he says. Might be able to help him out, get some more business, put it on the channel. That's how I like to do my business. Give me something for free so I can put it on the channel. Holy, we should do a podcast together. You, me, and Chris could be a good spot for you. Yeah, the only problem with that is our time zone difference, right? Being in WA is very difficult to do podcasts with people. Or if you want it to be good, just you and Chris Law, just bring the Canuck energy. Don't be silly, mate. Your stuff's great. I don't be down on yourself, man. I love your channel. I was bummed when I thought you were gone, and then you've come back, and you've come back really strong as well. Harry has Zvedza. Oh, God, I don't know. Is nice, but I hate that you have to assemble the 20 mil figs. Oh, sorry, he's replying to Harry. Bloody hell. Like a Forza. Oh, I know your uniform and camera seem most popular, but have you tried ships? I could send you some Victory at Sea ships to paint up if you want. Haven't tried ships. I think my technique with ships, especially those Victory at Sea ships, would literally be spray paint them in like a dark grey and just dry brush them in a light grey. I'm not exactly sure because they're so small, right? But also, thank you so much for the offer of sending me some of those ships. I'll talk to you privately, but it might be something we could tee up. I also sent you something on Discord that I think you would specifically enjoy if you haven't seen it already. Sorry, I've got a really itchy eye, guys. I keep touching my eye. Benjamin, hello there. Good day, Ben. Thanks for joining, mate. You've joined just before we're about to end in the next 10 to 20 minutes, so that's great. You're going to get in here. Harry's but Blitz were closed when I went. Only had the one chance. We were showing friends around Singapore. No war gaming planned. God, you've got some lucky friends. I need you to come and show me around Singapore. John Shepard, where in the UK were you from? I'm from northeast of England. Yeah, so I was from whereabouts in the northeast of England? I'm from Leicester, so I was smack bang in the middle. If you could put a pin in the middle of the map, I'd be right there, which obviously you would know. So yeah, I was from Leicester. Ben's put, oh no, too late. No, we're still going, mate. We're still going. We're going to be around for the next 10 to 15, 20 minutes at a push. I've got to get to bed soon because it's early wake up time for work tomorrow. I'll go to Singapore again in a heartbeat, get packed. The only problem with Singapore is it's bloody expensive to hotels, right? Really expensive hotels. Cheap flights though, really cheap flights for us. The Svedford makes really good 172 minis in my honest opinion. They used to produce a box German that was an entire platoon. Now they only produce a Russian platoon. Their small packs of 4 figures are good value. Oh really? That's interesting. I'll check them out. I've never had them on the channel. I've never had any myself. Not because I'm against the company or whatever. I've always gravitated, to Flames of War, because it was 15 mil that I was looking at, not 20 mil. Seaham. So John Shepard says Seaham close to Sunderland. I don't think I ever got up to Sunderland. Did I get up to Sunderland? I don't think I got up to Sunderland. We went to Stoke-on-Trent and we went to Scotland many times. We used to go to Scotland all the time. So maybe we went through the northeast and went through Sunderland way. We've been through Newcastle and all of that. So yeah, maybe we did. But yeah, I imagine it'd be quite windy up there. Mike's put bank holiday here tomorrow. Did you guys get anything for the anniversary of D-Day, or was it just a celebration? Because the bloody show you guys put on was fantastic. We didn't really do anything in Australia. I think we just had like a little thing in the news, but there was no like big celebration. I suppose it was Victory Europe. Maybe VJ Day, we might have something. Anybody heard release date for Empress Arnhem Heroes 3? I haven't heard anything on that. So that's gone a little bit quiet, but we'll see. I know a very nice cheap place in Chinatown in Singapore, says Harry. Yeah, imagine there's some good cheaper hotels, right? I want to stay at that one. What's it called? You know, that big one that's right on the harbour front, has a casino in it. Yeah, that would be nice. That one. I want to stay there. So it goes for about $1,500 a night or something. John's put, yeah, I used to go to Edinburgh often. Yeah, I loved Scotland, but it'd always piss it down. Anytime I went there, I'd be pissing it down. But like the drive up would get there, the night would be beautiful, and then the next few days would be raining like crazy. But lovely place of the world. Highly, highly recommend any of my friends that go to Europe to at least go and visit Scotland, because it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And hopefully it's, with the increase in population in the UK at the moment, hopefully it's not going to get developed on and stuff, because it's some absolutely beautiful places in Scotland. Oh yeah, 6 June is coming very soon, isn't it? Yes, very, very soon. I just said D-Day. Bloody anniversary of D-Day. What am I going on about? Anniversary of victory over in Europe. God, that's embarrassing. Can't decide on Utah, Omaha, or Gold, or maybe Juneau again, or Inland. Damn it, there's too many options. Lol. Just do a bit of all of it. Lord Popkin says, oh, sorry, I've missed that. Mikey Blake says, Mike T, Paul Hicks' mum sadly passed away. Oh man, that is horrible. So it's delayed slightly. Oh, that sucks. That would explain it. Yeah, oh, well, thoughts go out to Paul Hicks' family, because that's really sad, that. I couldn't imagine. Hi, tips for winter bases, says Lord Papkin. 50 mil. I love your vid about 101, but there was no basing and I don't have experience with snow. I will do a video on it, but I'm going to give the game away right now. Get yourself a bottle of this. That's all I use. if I can get a better shot of that. It is bloody expensive. Tamiya Diorama Texture Paint Snow Effect White. It is bloody expensive, but this is the best snow I've had. I was really happy with the AK stuff, but this is brilliant. If you want to paint snow, especially nice, fresh snow, um, yeah, highly recommend Tamiya Snow Effect. Not sure if you can get it still. Got this years ago, but it's bloody great. Although I think it's starting to dry out a little bit. But that's what I used in the 101st Airborne set. All right, put that one away. John says, "Well, I backed the Bugler and a Jeep and crew from the first Kickstarter, I think it was. There was so much to choose from. I was going through the list, I was putting stuff in, and then I was not committing, then I was getting stuff, then I wasn't committing. And then it ended up being like, oh, okay, just got to pay like £300. I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. That's just insane. I'm never going to use half of it. But my God, it looked bloody great. And I think what I'm doing is I'm getting Mikey to paint everything, and I'm just gonna use his painted stuff as my like. Oh yeah, I got around to seeing it all painted, because there's no way I'm going to get around to painting it. Cheers for the heads up, Mikey. Harry Leaf, heck, I can't afford to stay at Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, but did see someone drop a drink off the rooftop bar once. Well, let's hope it missed everyone down below. I literally go to Singapore for Marks and Spencer so I can get my fix of the English trifles. Oh, I miss those trifles so much. Mikey's put, no worries, Mike. Paul said there's a lot of big guns and crews coming. Oh, very interesting. That's good to know. John said, my birthday is the 9th of June. Well, happy birthday then. Hopefully we'll have a live stream before then, so maybe we'll be able to wish you a happy birthday. Might be 2 live streams before then, actually. Thomas Chase, the website 172 Depot has all the 172 model kits, vehicles, and planes, etc. All right, I'll keep an eye out for that one, Tom. Cheers for that. Mike Taylor's put, Mikey, yes, I'm saving my pennies. Ryan's game model, Citadel texture base works as well. Yeah, there's some good ones out there. Like I said, AK is also really good. I did see the Citadel one, and it looked a bit sandy to my eye, but that was only on a video. It could have been an old bottle as well. There was somebody that did a comparison of like Vallejo, Citadel, and another one, whatever it was. And I wasn't really happy with any of them other than the AK one, but this Tamiya one, I maybe should do a video on it because it's bloody good for snow. Massimiliano says he just got back from Normandy a few days ago. God, I'm so jealous. You guys go into YouTube all the time. Did I just say going to YouTube all the time? Sorry, I was reading a comment. Going to Normandy all the time. I'm so jealous. I wish I was in Europe to do that sort of stuff. Mikey Blake, me too, has stuff I've seen so far. I'll be rinsed. Oh God, there's a lot coming, isn't there? I would love to know how much revenue they made from us. They must have made a ton because that was so popular, that Kickstarter. Paul Hicks minis are great. I never realized how many ranges he sculpted. Yeah, and it's a shame Warlord don't have a thing with him anymore. It's good that Empress do, but he was pumping out some stuff for Warlord, that's for sure. Mark Taylor's put sell a kidney, it's worth it. Benjamin's got it's bloody expensive. It is the best snow I've ever had. YouTube ban in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll just wipe the nose there. I've got a big nose as well. I'll just wipe the nose. I not one. Okay. My cousins live in Australia. She lives close to where they run the Bathurst supercar racetrack. I don't know my racing. I know it's over east somewhere, but yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one. But yeah, hopefully you'll come over one day, John. Talks about glass powder to make snow. That will never yellow. Normandy in 25 days. You guys are really trying to make me jealous. Mikey, do you rate the offensive miniatures paras? They look great alongside the Empress figures. Yeah, offensive miniatures do look great. Do look great. I've got them. Yeah, they're very good. They're a little bit slimmer, skinnier, but yeah, a fantastic range. Well worth checking out. Like by checking out, I mean grab yourself a little blister pack and see for yourself. Mikey, I'll do a side-by-side later for you, Mikey. I think they work in my honest opinion. There you go. That's coming from Mikey, and he's got literally the entire set of the Arnhem Heroes Kickstarter. Plus more. Plus a lot more. Lack of foresight. Oh, and if I wanted to order some from Eureka, I think you could help me out with it, Chris. They have some great looking US CBs, but the website is rough. Yeah, the Eureka website is terrible. And I've told him before, Nick, and he just, I don't know if he wants to fix it or not. I don't know. But yeah, more than happy to help you out. Just be aware, if you're talking on the 15mm front, they are slightly different in size to the Battlefront stuff, so they might not work as well together. But on the flip side, if you're only painting those specific miniatures, then they'll work fine, obviously, even if you're coming up against like Battlefront Japanese. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night in a minute. But it's been great chatting. I really appreciate everyone being on here. There is one thing that's come up that you guys might see or hear about in the future. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, probably in the future. But we're going to get to a point later on in this year where the channel is going to be going through a bit of a slow period because I'll be expecting the birth of my third son. So we've announced the gender today, so I thought it was only fair that I let some of you guys know. I'm not going to post anything on YouTube as such, probably not until he's here, but just expect it in December. Over that period, it'll be a little bit quiet. So yeah, that's all to look forward to. So I'm really excited. It's our third boy. Obviously, for those that are familiar with the channel, they'll know that we lost our first son. So this will be our second boy with us here. So yeah, expect me to be doing the live streams with like black eyes and no, so maybe I'll bring the camera with me and just have it as my head and the pillow, and we'll just do it like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait. And hopefully we'll have a second painter to join us on the live stream in like 20 years time if you're all still following the channel. But yeah, and thanks everyone for the congratulations. I really appreciate it. Drinks on me and you come to Canada. Yep, definitely, mate. I can't wait for it. But yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be really good. My son at the minute, he's amazing. He's really, really good. I know everyone says that about their kids. You've got to. But he's been a breeze, honestly. He slept really well and everything else. So fingers crossed we get the same with our next one. And I won't be too bad. I can keep doing this. But yeah, I'm really, really excited. But anyway, Lord Pappy says drinks can be on me in Poland. Thanks, man. I want to come to Poland so bad. It looks really, really cool. What an awesome way to close the stream. Great stream, Chris, and chat. Thanks, Mikey. Yeah, I thought I'd leave it to the end. Make sure I've got peak viewers on to tell everyone the great news. But yeah, I won't say too much else. It's not going to be too well known on the channel for now. I'll probably wait till baby's actually here. But yeah, super pumped. But that means I've got to start pumping out more content. Yeah, get the channel prepared for that period where it might just be a little bit quieter. Congratulations, reinforcements en route. Damn right, mate. They are coming. Or he is coming. Yeah. Just hope he doesn't want to take over my room. This is my geek room, my hobby room. Congratulations, so happy for you, says Colin. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate it, guys. Yeah. And I love doing these live streams, guys, as well. So please do keep jumping in. I'll be doing them every Sunday. I really enjoy it. As I said, I try not to monetize it so you guys don't get that breaking ad, and we can just have a nice fluid chat and stuff. Because I really enjoy it, just chilling, chewing the fat with the supporters of the channel. Yeah, it's bloody awesome. I'm talking to myself. I can just see myself in the chat. But yeah, really, really enjoy it, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for your lovely words and for your support and for watching and jumping in on these live streams. It's It's bloody awesome. I do love it. Especially having so many people from different parts of the world too. It's so cool. Maggie's got to plan my Sundays around it now. You're crazy, mate. I appreciate it. I still pinch myself. There's people out there that enjoy my channel that much that they do that. I've had a few people reach out to me recently, saying how much they value the channel. So it's just crazy. I never ever in a million years dreamt of it being this good already. So yeah, it's really, really good. Thank you for the chat and sharing, says Tom. Lack of foresight says, always fun, man. I really need to start copying you lot. No, we do. You don't give your channel enough credit, man. Go and you've got a great channel there. And for those who are watching on catch up, definitely go check out Lack of Foresight Gaming's channel. It's a great bloke and a great channel. It's got some great battle reports on there that I need to start copying because I don't do none of that. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I've been saying it. I'm not going to do it. I've got the jumper on, ready for bed because it's bloody freezing here in Australia now, coming into winter. But yeah, all right, I'll see you guys next Sunday. And don't forget, those that want to see the Flames of War Japanese tutorial, that is currently available for Patreons and YouTube channel members. So if you want to watch it, you can sign up for $1 and then sign off, jump out of it again, just watch it and get rid. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it here and I will see you guys next Sunday. Now, how do I turn this bloody thing off? There we go. See you guys.